All right, let's get it going this morning. Ask me any real estate or mortgage-based question. I'm answering real estate or mortgage-based question or mortgage questions only. So let's get it going this morning. All right, so let's get it rolling. Let's get our viewership up this morning. Let's get to 10,000 likes. Let's get to 100 comments. Let's get some gifts up in here. Let's get 20 new followers. All right, so again, my name is Brandon B. Dixon. I'm a licensed mortgage broker here in Houston, Texas, but I'm licensed in 5 states, Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, Illinois, and North Carolina, but I'm accepting applications in all 50 states because they're the largest mortgage brokerage in history. We have over 3,700, almost 38 now, 100 loan officers in all 50 states. So any state I can help you in, let's get it going. Ask me any real estate or mortgage-based question. I answer live here on the stream. Any real estate or mortgage-based question, I answer live here on the stream. Let's get it rolling this morning. Any real estate or mortgage-based question, I answer live here on the stream. Let's get it going. Yeah, my name is Brandon B. Dixon. I'm a licensed mortgage broker here in Houston, Texas. Let's get it rolling this morning. Ask me any real estate or mortgage-based question, I answer live here on the stream. Any real estate or mortgage-based question, I answer live here on the stream.
Where you from, Alex?
Let's get it going this morning. 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 Let's get it rolling this morning. I'm not going to be in a long time this morning, so let's keep it rolling. Ask me any real estate or mortgage-based question, I'll answer it live here on the stream. Any real estate or mortgage-based question. Let's get it rolling. Let's get it going. Road to success. What's going on? I need to get you on the podcast, man. Everybody, I need to get interviews. I'm doing 10 interviews a week now. So if you want to get featured on my podcast, The Power of Ownership, I got 17,000 on Instagram. I have another 17 on Facebook, 16 on Facebook, has 7,000 on LinkedIn. I'm just building up the Kick and Twitch. So that's brand new. And I'm going to try to build up Rumble as well. So all of those live streaming platforms. But I got, what else? Facebook, on LinkedIn. We got 5,000 on TikTok. So if you want to get featured on the podcast, let me know. We can get it going. I definitely appreciate it. So if you got a business, organization, you want to get featured, let me know. It's all free. It takes about 25, 30 minutes of your time. It's just like a Zoom call. So if you want to get featured on my podcast, let me know. But let's get back to the program again. Ask me any real estate or mortgage-based question. I answer it live here on the stream. Any real estate or mortgage-based question, I'll answer it live here on the stream. Let's get it going. Don't forget to share the live. Don't forget you follow me. I follow you back instantly. Our goal for the end of this month is to get 6,000 followers. We're at about 5534, so keep going. You follow me, I follow you back instantly. Plus, I give you a shout out as well. Let's keep it going. And I'm answering all real estate or mortgage-based questions. Any real estate or mortgage-based question, I'll answer it right now. Also, if you're too shy to ask a question in the comment, you can call or text me, 832-753-5541. You go to my website, www.applywithb.com. All socials, I'm at Billionaire Loan Officer, so go ahead and follow me on all socials because you'll get my podcast, you'll get my reels. Own You is coming out as well, so you'll get my commentary on that. So books, all that stuff. My fourth book is coming out in about 2 weeks, Ownership Isms. Gonna be a good one. Ownership Isms. Probably the best one so far. I mean, if you got the first three, I definitely appreciate it. The fourth one is going to be more my philosophies on business and ownership. So a lot of isms going to be up in there. So you need it for 2026, 27, 28, 29. You're going to need that ism. So let's get going. Ask me any real estate or mortgage-based question. I'll answer it live here on the stream. Any real estate or mortgage-based question. Let's get the comments going. Definitely appreciate the likes. Let's get it going. Let's get some of these comments. Ask me anything about real estate, whether it's real estate investing or there's first-time home buyer, down payment assistance, anything. Let's get it going. Test my knowledge. Ask me any real estate or mortgage-based question. Any real estate or mortgage-based question, I answer live here on the stream. Any real estate or mortgage-based question. Let's get it going this morning. Anything about real estate, anything about mortgages. Anything about real estate, anything about mortgages. At 5,000 likes, I'll tell you about a new program that we got called Creator Connect at Nexa Lending. I'll tell you about some more products at 10,000 likes. So let's keep it going. The more you like, the more I talk about products and stuff. Let's keep it rolling. Ask me any real estate or mortgage-based question. I'll answer it live here on the stream. Any real estate or mortgage-based question. Let's get it going this morning. Let's get it rolling. Again, my name is Brandon B. Dixon. I'm a licensed mortgage broker here in Houston, Texas, but I'm licensed in 5 states, Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, Illinois, and North Carolina. But I'm accepting applications in all 50 states because we have the largest mortgage brokers in history. We have over 3,700 loan officers in all 50 states, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. So ask me any real estate or mortgage-based question. I'll answer it live here on the stream. Any real estate or mortgage-based question. Even if you want to get into the industry, you want to make some money, we have a BDM program as well. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. Everybody needs side hustles right now. So if you're an influencer, you got an audience, and you want to make some money, I can show you how to make some money. So nowadays, you're going to need 3 or 4 side hustles, so in order to maintain. So if we got the money, so you're trying to make it, we got it. So you're gonna need some side hustles. So anybody interested in the side hustle, let's get it going. Ask me the question. We paying. We're hiring. So let's get it going. You want to make some money as an influencer? Let's get it rolling. We got the BDM program where we're paying. You get paid as many times you want. So you want that extra vacation a year, you want to get that extra car or whatever, we got the money to do it. So as you can make as much money as you want. It's uncapped, uncapped commissions. So let's get it going. If y'all interested in that, let's put some comments in there. Let's get it rolling. Until then, like I said, the more you ask questions, the more people come in, the more you get entertained and educated. Till then, I'm going to be checking my emails, answering my emails. So unless you want to, See that? Like, let's get some questions in here. Don't forget, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Only the unasked questions. So ask me any real estate or mortgage-based question, no matter how simple it is, you think it is. Let's get it going, because the next person might be wondering the same thing. So let's get it going. Ask me any real estate or mortgage-based question. I answer live here on the stream. Any real estate or mortgage-based question, I answer live here on the stream. Let's get it going. Keep the lights going. I definitely appreciate it. Double tap that screen. And also, you follow me, I follow you back. Let's get it rolling. Any real estate or mortgage-based question? Anything about real estate, anything about mortgages? Let's get it rolling this morning. Anything about real estate, anything about mortgages, I answer live here on the stream. Let's get it going. Let's get some questions in here. Let's get some questions. The live gets a lot more educational, a lot more entertaining when y'all ask questions. So let's get it going. Unless y'all want to hear me repeat the same thing over and over. All right. So Rattlesnake Rose says, is it better to get a 15-year or 30-year and pay early? In my opinion, it depends on your particular budget. If you're able to do a 15-year and still fall below your max that you could expend out monthly, then do it. But my philosophy is this: if you could afford, I'm gonna make up numbers, $2,000 a month, you never want to get a note that's PITI, principal, interest, tax, and insurance, $2,000 a month. You want to get about $1,500 a month, and then I'll pay that $500 extra towards principal. If you could afford a 15-year and it goes to, let's say, $1,800, and you still could pay that $200, then do that. If it's possible. But a lot of times that math don't math like that. But I would say go towards what's more comfortable for you, and that way you can pay down principal. A lot of times that's going to be the 30-year and just pay early. If you could double up, that'll be the best thing. And it's all about the borderline, the underlying value in the story is, the moral is, if you could live below your means, either way it'll be the best. So if you could do 30-year and just double up, let's say it's 1,500 and I could do 3,000, or it's 1,000, I could do 2,000, then you'll probably pay that thing off in less than 10 years, probably closer to 7 years. That's the ideal situation. But I know I'm talking to, because what happens is most people, they get 2,000, they want to spend 2,100. They're gonna try to stretch their budget. So with that being said, I know it's not popular. LisaRoan.com says, do you help with grants? Yeah, as long as it's with down payment assistance. As far as homes, not any other grants. It has to be for mortgages. Yeah, so there are grants. There's several grant programs. If you're talking about getting a first-time home, if this is your first time home, yes, there's several. So to answer your question, Rattlesnake Rose, don't forget, if I answer your question, double tap that screen, follow me, I'll follow you back. Also, you get a shout out as well. So LisaRoan.com says, I need a rehab. I need to rehab. So are you saying that you have an existing home that you already own? Or are you trying to get a home that a ugly home, and you're trying to do a rehab loan to? Which one? You already have an existing home? Yeah, it's gonna be tough to get a grant because you have already an existing home. You could possibly do a HELOC or a refi, cash out refi, and then pull some of that money out and rehab it. But there is no grant for you to rehab your home. So yeah. So if you a first time home buyer, those grants are for those particular already fitted the properties. So you kind of giving me bits and pieces of information. So what exactly you trying to rehab an investment property, or are you trying to rehab your primary? what's the situation. So you got to kind of give me if you in a question form in order for me to ask, give me bits and pieces of information. So if it's they're down to the studs, all right. So what is the question? So you're trying to pull out money, or are you trying to? I know you're trying to rehab, and you said these properties are gutted down to the studs. I got that part, but where you want me to go with it? All right, I got that part. That part is crystal. No walls, but I need improvement. Got that part. You need to form it in a question. What do you want me to answer for you? All of this shit is. All right, so let's see. All right, Sound Doctor, I followed you back. Lisa Roan, I followed you back. Elite Mortgage, I followed you back. And then Sandra Garcia followed you back. All right, so we got Elite Mortgage, followed you back. And then Sandra Garcia followed you back. All right, so we got, you need money to finish the job. So my suggestion was either a HELOC or pull money out of one. Do you own the properties free and clear, or are you financing it? So you could do a refi to get money, or you could do a HELOC to get money if you have enough equity. So it depends on if you own it free and clear. If you own it free and clear, just pull money out. Do a HELOC. You know, that's how you get your money. There's no grant. There is no magical money. Boop, here you go. Here's some money to make you more money, and you don't have to pay us back. That don't exist. So there's incentives for first-time home buyers to get into home ownership. Even that has a catch to it. But there is no such thing as a free lunch. Nobody just drops money out of the sky and say, hey, oh, you ran out of money for your rehab. Here's some government money. Doesn't exist. Now, practical stuff. Yes, I can help you with that. Now, if you want to do a HELOC, contact the number 832-753-5541, and we could go like that and get it done. HELOC will fund, and for those that don't know, HELOC means home equity line of credit. If you want to get that done, that could fund in like less than like 5 days, sometimes 48 hours. All right, Sound Doctor says, how much for rehab? This depends on how much rehabbing you want to do. You know, some rehabs are just cosmetic, cost you a couple $1,000. There's other rehabs that's like Lisa was saying, that could be totally gutted, and that could be up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Just depends on how much rehabilitation you're doing. Also, it depends on where you're at in the country. So certain things I noticed in Texas will be a lot cheaper than it is in New York or in a landlocked, Arkansas or something to that effect. So Texas, because we have we're a port city here in Houston, so a lot of stuff is a lot cheaper, to do, and the labor is cheaper for the most part. So this depends on what part of the country you're in, how much the rehab will cost. All right, so let's keep it going. Ask me any real estate or mortgage-based question. I'll answer it live here on the stream. Any real estate or mortgage-based question, don't forget to keep smashing that screen. Double tap that screen. The more people come in, ask me any real estate or mortgage-based question. We're at 2,100 likes. Let's get to 5,000. I'll go over this program that we got at Nexa Lending. So keep it going. Sound Doctor says, how would you know what would it cost? You get your GC, which is called general contractor. He comes and gives you an estimate on how much it would cost. If I were you, I would get 2 or 3 of them. Don't just take one person's estimate. Get 2 or 3 GCs, come in, walk the property, and they'll itemize a list on what this will cost as far as the parts and the materials. And then they'll give you a labor price, and then they'll give you an estimate on their letterhead. And then you go from there, and then you pick the one that you feel more comfortable with and has the best reviews and that you can trust. So that's how you know how much it would cost. So get yourself a general contractor, and general contractor has several workers that they call subcontractors, so that they have relationships with. So whether there's plumbing, whether there's electrical work, whether it's framing, there's crews that do all of this stuff, and he has the access to these crews, and he knows how much they're charged, and he pretty much orchestrates or quarterbacks the whole thing. So that's how that works. So get you Google some uh, general contractors in your area. Sound Doctor said I would like to talk to you. Talking to me now, or if you want to talk to me one-on-one, you can do a couple different things. You go to my websites, applywithb.com. At the top, you'll see book me for a consultation, and that's a direct link to my Calendly. You could book a block from there, or you can text me 832-753-5541, and then I'll send you the link to the Calendly. Either one of the two will work. Lisa Roan says, I need MYI own crew. I think you're saying you need my own crew. Yeah, I mean, this depends on what state that you're in. You could definitely get into that business. I'll give you an example, like in Texas, you don't need a license to be a GC. You could just you could announce myself a GC, and then what you could do as well is just start finding your own crews. So yeah, you don't have to. In some states, you don't need a license to be a general contractor. So in Texas is one of them. So it's just a matter of what connections you got. So finding your own subcontract crews, getting in there and kind of network. So yeah, and it could be a profitable business. Basically, all you're doing is orchestrating and communicating with the actual client, and you're pretty much an organizer. So, and you're in charge of getting the job done. So, but yeah, you don't have to do much. You got to know what you're talking about. A lot of people, you don't want to be totally off on, your estimates, and so, and you don't want to be too high where you just overestimate everything, then you'll never win any bids. So that's the thing. So yeah, it's skill in it, but you don't necessarily need a license in every state. Lisa said, what state are you at? Yeah, Texas. Texas, Houston, Texas. But I'm licensed in 5 states: Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, Illinois, and North Carolina. But again, we're accepting applications in all 50 states because we have the largest mortgage brokers in history. We have over 3,700 loan officers in all 50 states, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. So I could take applications in all 50. But my personal states is Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, Illinois, and North Carolina. So, but let's keep it growing. Ask me any real estate or mortgage-based question. I'll answer it live here on the stream. Any real estate or mortgage-based question, I'll answer it live here on the stream. Let's get it rolling. So, y'all got me for a few minutes before I hit my workout today. So, let's get it rolling. Let's get it going. Any real estate or mortgage-based question, I'll answer live here on the stream. Any real estate or mortgage-based question. Sound Doctor says, please, we need to talk. Can you really help? Yeah, hit boom. 822-753-5541. Call or text, or you can go to the website www.applywithb.com. So we'll go from there. So, yep, let's get it going. Let's get it rolling. Y'all got me for a few more minutes. Lisa Ron said, I just got from Texas. Okay, gotcha. Sound Doctor says, thank you. Yep, just hit me up. This is my phone number. So let's keep it going. Ask me any real estate or mortgage-based questions. Don't forget, you double tap that screen. And you follow me, I'll follow you back. Let's get some gifts up in here as well. And let's keep going. Let me pin the comment here. Boom. Ask me any real estate or mortgage-based question. I'll answer it live here on the stream. Any real estate or mortgage-based question, I'll answer it live here on the stream. Let's keep it rolling. Double tap that screen. The more you double tap that screen, the more people come in. The more people ask questions, the more you get educated / entertained. So ask questions. This is an interactive live. The main purpose is to get as much information as possible. Rosanna Rogers says, hey, I'm from Massachusetts. What's going on? The thing about Massachusetts, we're able to do business loans. So if you got investment properties and stuff like that, yes, we could do it. But our residential license is going to be active here pretty soon in Massachusetts. So probably, hopefully within the next month or so. But Massachusetts and New York is the last two states that we only could do commercial loans or business loans. But stay tuned. We'll be in residential here shortly in Massachusetts. So, but yeah. But if you're, I see that you're in real estate, so we always could connect. Let me interview you on my podcast, because when I do get people, I do need a referral, because I'm a licensed realtor as well, as you can see. So I do refer out. I give you an example. I have two yesterday, one in Georgia and one in North Carolina. Yeah. That, again, since I'm licensed, I do my 30%. So, but I get clients from all over. So when I refer out to realtors in that area, I need my 30%, but you could be in my network. But I only refer out to people I've interviewed on my podcast. So yeah, if you ain't interviewed on my podcast, you're not getting a referral. All right, Nicole Sweets 81 said, I've been in my house since September and I'm thinking about selling. If you're talking about September of 2025, the thing about that is that you most likely won't have enough equity. This depends. It depends on how much you put down. If you put the minimum down, 30% is a lot. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll go to the next person. If you think 30%, what would you rather, 70% of something or nothing of nothing? So if a person, actually a real estate agent, barks at the 30%, all right, I'll go right to the next person. And that person, I guarantee you, will take some a referral. But yeah. Rosanna Rogers says, I'm licensed in Texas, but again, with referrals, I could refer out anywhere in the nation. So, yeah, a smaller percentage. Yeah, find somebody that will do smaller percentages, and wait for them to give you a referral. Other than that, if you want this referral, it's gonna be 30%. So there's no gun in your head say yeah, you can accept it. If not, I'll just go somewhere else. So let's go back to Nicole Sweet. She said she's been in the house since September. Yeah, a lot of times if you didn't put a big down payment down, you won't have a lot of equity. So you might wind up owing, because don't forget it's 6%, usually 3 for the seller's agent, 3 for the buyer's agent that you got to pay as well. Life is Short says, yes, Keller Williams takes 30%. That's normal, right? Nah, Keller Williams is super high. They got Axon, which I'm a part of, which is next to backwards. That takes 0%. They only do a $500 transaction fee, and then $285 if you want to do a transaction coordinator. So there's a lot of 100% commission brokers that's coming into the space. Nicole Sweet said, I went into this house with 40K in equity. All right, cool. So if you want to sell, now is a good time. Nah, I'm not. This depends on the area. Let's read. Where are you in the country? All right, so Rosanna Rogers says, okay, awesome. I'm licensed in Massachusetts if anybody needs an agent. Cool. Rosanna, again, let me get you on my podcast and I could put you in my network, as when I do get referrals, because they come from all over because of the podcast and because of my digital brand. When I do get somebody in Massachusetts or in your area, I can refer out. You'll be on my list. If not, then I'm only dealing with people that's on my list. Nicole Sweet said it was appraised more than what I brought it for. All right, so yeah, that's making more sense, Nicole. So, with that being said, yeah, go ahead and list it. This depends on what part of the country you're in. If you're in Georgia, this depends on if you're near Atlanta, in those areas. If you're in like Savannah or something to that effect, it might sit on the market for a minute. If you're in it just depends on where at in Georgia. If you're in Atlanta, or you say Columbus, yeah, I don't know. Why are you trying to sell it? I mean, you could list it, but you never know. It might sit. Don't forget, it's a buyer's market right now. And what that means is that there's a lot of inventory, not enough buyers in the market right now. So properties are sitting. It just depends on what area you're in. If it's a hot area and people want to move there, Atlanta is always going to be hot because Atlanta and surrounding areas. But if you're in Columbus, Georgia, depends on if you're in a sought after area. It might sit right now. Why are you trying to list it? Is the question. So it just depends on why you're trying to list it. Are you trying to downsize? You trying to upsize? You don't like the area? It's close to the base. That might make a difference. If it's close to the base, that might do something with a VA loan. It might do something. So this depends on that area. Actually, I don't have any realtors in the Columbus area right now. So if any realtors out here, yeah, I need referral partners all over. First thing first, you got to get an interview on the Power of Ownership podcast. Then from there, I'll get you in my referral network, and then when I do get people in, then I will refer out. Then we'll go from there. But yeah, this depends on the area. If it's close to the base, that makes a difference. I don't have any realtors in that area, but I could go ahead start looking from there. If you were looking for a referral as far as a recommendation, most of my realtors that I have are Savannah and Atlanta right now. So, but I'm building my network. If anybody wants to get in the referral network, don't forget, DM me, text me. First thing first, you got to do an interview, 25, 30 minutes. Then from there, I'll put you in my referral network, and then we'll go from there. LisaRon.com say, how are you tracking your network? I have a CRM system that tracks everything. Also, it's 2026. If you don't have AI built into your business, if you don't have employee lists, AI back in, you're falling behind. So you will get left behind ASAP. So now it's going to be 10x. So within the next 3 to 5 years, I say realtors, loan officers, and a lot of other business owners that don't incorporate AI into their systems are going to get left behind. And I think those old school people that sit in the office or sit at the house and wait for people to call, that's going to be gone. You're gonna have some residue of your pipeline, but you're not gonna be able to eat at the rate that you once did within the next 3 to 5 years, because your people, the boomers and are dwindling, and so that way of doing business is gone. All right, so right. Rosanna said, did you say people who sit at the house and wait for calls? Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of, especially in Houston, Texas, where I'm located. There's 85,000 realtors. Most of them haven't. I'll say 70% didn't do one transaction last year. They just clock. It's the 80-20 rule, right? 20% do all the work. 80% just have a license. They're just in the way. a lot of them gonna fall by the wayside. They're gonna get starved out there, real soon because they don't have a system in place to generate business. What happens is after you go through all your family and friends, your circle of influence, your sphere of influence, now what? You didn't have a system to harness the business, and then now you're gonna starve out. So that's what's gonna happen to most people. So the next 3 to 5 years, if you don't have a system in place, especially an AI system, because you're gonna be, if you're manually calling people one by one, trying to dial for dollars, dig for gold, you ain't gonna be able to keep up. So it's gonna be fall by the wayside. Dinosaurs been extinct. Dinosaurs went extinct. They used to have Neanderthals. They had cavemen. They had phone books. They had beepers. All that stuff is gone now. So just like the old school realtor is gonna be extinct. Gone. I don't know. Dinosaurs, dragons, whatever something was there, so it might have been, I don't know if dinosaurs is a new term, but, dragons for sure. Large reptiles that roamed the earth existed at one point, yes. I don't know what, but the analogy is a lot of stuff was dominant that no longer exists. So that's the point, the meat of what I'm saying. So, yeah, and the old school realtor, we're going to put that on the list. The old school loan officer, we're going to put that on the list as well. Sitting in the office, ain't going to cut it no more. With the old school 70s picture, on your cards, that ain't going to work no more. Yeah. So, and I'll make sure of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, so embrace the future. So with CRM, we have a custom CRM that we use. Lisa Ron says, what CRM do you use? We have a custom CRM that we use. And it's two different ones, but I mastered through one CRM that we have. We have our own CRM, but from there it has all the automations in it built in. I'll give you an example. I see you text me. It automatically should have responded to you, and it automatically goes to my CRM. Boom, and I'll contact you after I get off my live. Should have already said, like, hey, I will contact you after I get on my live. So that's not me. That's the AI in there. So so what that means, yeah. So you got to have some type of CRM. I still know in 2026 there's realtors that don't have a CRM. I know some personally. So sales. Lisa Roan says, I like Salesforce. Salesforce is okay. I think it's gotten outdated. In order to have Salesforce to be effective, either you need it personalized to what you're doing and built out specifically, or you need to be an expert in Salesforce. And most people are not. Yeah, Salesforce is, to me, I think it's outdated. There's a lot better. It's a lot better programs than Salesforce, in my opinion. Salesforce was good about 10 years ago, I think, for what it was, because it was one of the first in there. But they got a lot better. That's more specific and more tailored, and got all of the bells and whistles in it. I give you an example, like social media management, automation, workflows, building AI websites, sales funnels, recording and transcribing conversations. That'll be a whole different show, but that's outside of the scope of real estate and mortgages that I want to talk about. But yeah, that's a whole class. And I'm Salesforce instructor, so I used to before I got into real estate, I was a corporate sales trainer. So I'm a certified Salesforce instructor. So I know Salesforce like the back of my hand. But nah, it's cool, but it's not. It's like if I could use an analogy, it was for its time. It was the big boy, but now it's got people have come and perfected and built upon its back, I guess, should I say. Now it got some out there that's a lot better, and that you could really tailor to your particular business, you know, um, that you don't need damn near a college degree to figure out. That kind of is more intuitive, should I say. That's what I'm looking for, because I think most people want automation. That's where everybody's going. Um, most people want to not set it and forget it, but kind of quarterback and manage it. Um, and be more intuitive. I want to program the workflow and then have it work from there. And do it one time. So let's keep it going. In fact, all right, Lisa Rome, what do you do? Let's see. It says educated marketing. Okay, so you're marketing. I got you. Yeah, I have my Shopify store. I have my merch as well. I need to link that. That's one of the things I need to do this week. I need to link that to my CRM as well. Yeah, so my merch. We have T-shirt of the week that comes out every week, and I sell merch. So that's check that out. Go to my Facebook, my Instagram, or whatever. I have a different T-shirt every week that I highlight that has my branding on it. Philosophies. I give you an example. Last week was follow up or flop. I think the week before that was hate come with the plate. So it's different sayings that I have in my isms. That all goes back to Brandon B. Dixon, which is my brand, which is ownership and personal responsibility. So I think it's going to be the future of social media is going to be personality driven. So I have a cult. I don't want to say a follow. I have a following of people that like my branding, which is in my personality. And that's kind of where it's going to go. I think in the future, it's all going to be personality driven, and it's all going to be based on influence. And who has the biggest audience is going to make the most money. I think that's where it's going. Lisa Rohn says I need to start going live. Yeah, streaming is part of is part of the business now. I seen that Drake even started his kick like last week and it went viral. I think live streaming is going to be an intricate part of the business, whether it's IRL. IRL means in real life. Streaming, the technology's there. You got cameras everywhere. You got cameras on your phone. You could put cameras in the glasses. They got Meta glasses. I talked about this on the Power of Ownership podcast this Monday, and I'm gonna restream that. The restream comes out today at noon. So look at the restream if you didn't catch the live, but it's gonna be on all channels. But we talked about social media, how it's evolved from the social aspect, because it used to be family and friends. Now it's an interest media. Now it's based on what your interests are. And if it's not integrated in your business, then you're going to fall by the wayside. So whether it's going to streaming, or that's going to be a big part of the business with live streaming, because I can talk directly to my clients and I could, and just like you said, Lisa, this is your first time seeing you. All right. So now you see me, you see my personality. Now you're more apt to do business because I've seen you, I've talked to you, I'm interacting with you. This is where it's going. It's no longer that you could just be a figurehead and catch some YouTube videos randomly. People want to interact with you and talk to you personally, and kind of see behind the scenes, not scripted. They want to see the authentic you. They don't want, this is off the cuff. This is off, no scripts. This is where it's going. It's not, it's evolved. So I think it's going to be part of the business. It's inevitable. And people it's getting more and more compartmentalized, meaning that you got 10 loan officers. All right, which one do I vibe with the most? Which one has my interest in mind? Which one do I like the most? It's gone the days of I got 1 million followers, so I win. Now the algorithm, TikTok and Facebook and Meta, it's now evolved to I could have 100 followers, and if the video or the piece of content aligns with your interest, it's gonna show up in your feed. So that's what it is. I will open my box and talk to people. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to. Those days are gone. It's gonna be live streaming. It's gonna be interacting. It's gonna be question and answers. It's gonna be displaying who you are. You're not gonna be able to hide anymore. Let's get it going. So I got a few minutes here. Let's keep it rolling. Ask me any real estate question. I answer live here on the stream. Real estate or mortgage-based question. Let me see we have 5,000 likes, so I definitely appreciate it. So let's get into I wanted to go over the Creator Connect here, and so that's a good segue. So Lisa says, Life Money with Jason, what's going on? I got to get you on the podcast, my guy. I need to do an interview with you. How long do you stay on and how often? So yeah, at least 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And it's about 50 to 70 minutes, depends on what the metrics require. So they'll tell you, hey, go live for 50 minutes, like today. So they'll say go live for 70 minutes. So I try to do whatever is the metrics state that will help me out the best. So at least, so this say like about an hour, so, hour a day, and you go live from there. Don't forget, you text me. I will answer after I get off the live. So don't forget about that. Like Money with Jason, I know sir, it's been super busy. I'll get up with you tonight. Cool. Let's get an interview going. Don't forget, in order to get into my referral network, I got to get that interview first. Content is king right now. So it's content for you. It's content for me. You can take that, repurpose it. Also, I get to see your personality. So I'm no longer just doing business with random people I've talked to on the phone or that slide into the DMs. I need to see how you act. So that's what the future, live streaming. That's where we're going. No, bro, you're the king. Yeah, well, I mean, not yet, man. I got some ideas that can make me now. I'm just putting the systems in place to try to make me the king. And the thing is consistency. So it's just working the grind, and then eventually, if you got king type grind, then you'll eat like a king. So that's my philosophy. So, but a lot of people have it backwards. They want the king outcomes, but they don't have the king grind. This is the daily grind. Every day it's the same thing, doing the same thing that's unpopular. Sometimes I get lives like this where it's only a couple of people in there. You still got to keep going. Sometimes I get where it's a few dozen people at a time asking a bunch of questions. So it's consistency. But you got to keep going. Like I think Lisa said it earlier. This is the first time seeing you, so you never know who's first time seeing you. I got a loan closing a day off of TikTok. Actually, I've closed loans off of TikTok. People that never seen me before. Is the visibility and distribution. So now you see me, you like my personality. You could quiz me. Let me just make sure I know what I'm talking about. Cool, on the spot. A lot of people are scared, and that's what we want to make dinosaurs. A lot of people are scared because a lot of people don't know what they're talking about. And this will expose you if you don't know what you're talking about. So I know business. I know my business like the back of my hand. So quiz me. I'm not scared. Um, so this is where it's gonna be. Lisa Ron said, "What are the pixels in your background?" There's no pixels. This is generated by AI. Now this prompt is give me the most. Give me a background that's curated for TikTok that'll get the most attention, and that's on my brand. Here's my logo. Here's my logos, and here's what I want to say, and this is what they created. Boom. So now it's about it's all about the prompts. So you got AI. So they're going to optimize the background. So they already have the information. Like, all right, what are people looking for? Make sure it's on my brand. I think that's Houston in the background. Houston, or that's either New York to California. I don't know, coast to coast. I think the left is. I think right here is New York, and then I think the right is California. So I think that's coast to coast in the background. I don't use Canva. I use AI to create all my graphics. And the reason why I don't use Canva, because first of all, it takes too long. And then second of all, it's not optimized for what I want. So the AI is built up, especially if you don't use the free AI, you use the AI that actually knows you and knows your brand. It's going to optimize it for your particular audience. See, that's why AI has to be integrated in your business. So it automatically, boom, within 30 seconds created this. Bam. I didn't spend any time on this. It has my brand. These are my colors. Bam. This is my logo. It has exactly what I need on it. Bam. And it took like 30 seconds. So it's time. It's time. It's about optimizing your time. And then if AI knows everything, my brand colors, what I'm trying to do, I create on. I didn't tell it to do this. I didn't tell it to do that. I knows everything with my brand colors, what I'm trying to do. I create on. I didn't tell it to do this. I didn't tell it to do this. All of this is already in there. Boom. I just know how to have to know how to prompt it. That goes to my next. I want to get on with this as well. I said I was going to do it at 5,000 likes. It's a good segue. Creator Connect, Nexa Lending, who's the parent company to my company here, the home ownership community. Is the biggest mortgage brokerage on the planet. Have over 3,700 loan officers in all 50 states, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. We just launched last week Creator Connect. And what Creator Connect is, if you're a loan officer in any of the 50 states, Puerto Rico or the U.S. Virgin Islands, you join Creator Connect, and we coach you on how to become content creator. And we have our own micro coaching plan. We teach you from A to Z on how to generate leads through social media. And right now, like I said, myself, I've generated so many leads that I can't even keep up with them through social media. So we'll teach you how to do the same thing, and we'll coach you, hold you by the hand. So this is a good incentive to come to the same thing. And we'll coach you, hold you by the hand. So this is a good incentive to come to Nexa. Lisa said you're a brokerage that we do mortgages, but we created a platform to teach loan officers how to do social media and post. And the most viral posts, we'll share the prompts. We'll share what AI we're using. We'll share all of the stuff that we're using in order to maximize this. So if you're a loan officer, or if you know a loan officer, tell them come over to Nexa. And then from there, we have what's called Creator Connect. So Lisa Rose says, I'm not a loan officer. Cool. So you can also, the next good segue. We also have at Nexa Lending a BDM program. We're the first in the industry to do this. So even if you're not a licensed loan officer, if you're an influencer or anybody, you could be a barber or a beautician, anybody, if you want to make a side hustle, you want to make some extra money, you could get paid to market for us. And how that works is that, you actually market, whether it's online, whether it's in person, whether it's events, and everybody that closes a loan with us, you get paid a percentage of the loan. So we found a way to do this compliant. So you get paid a percentage. And so influencers, they got influencers that's making, tens of thousands of dollars a month from just going online and promoting the actual loan officer or promoting the actual team. So everybody that you send in that goes through your link and it's like an affiliate program. You get paid off a loan once it closes. And Lisa says, what percentage? That percentage is negotiable. So there is no set percentage. So it just depends on what you do, and you go from there. So it's all negotiable, depends on the person. But you do a couple of things. You do have to sign up as a W-2 employee. That's the only way we can keep it compliant. No, it won't be 30%. No, it's different on the loan side. So no, it won't be 30%. Well, no, it won't be 30%. Even on the high side. Not for BDM. But so it's different. But Nancy 1099. No, it won't be a 1099. You have to sign up as a W-2. This is the only way we could get it compliant. You have to sign up as a W-2. And you have to once a month fill out a form to say what you've done as far as marketing. So that's the only way we keep compliant. Lisa said you're asking people for 30. Yeah, it's a different ball game. We're talking about on the loan side as opposed to the real estate side. Two different things, two different animals. On the real estate side, since I'm a licensed realtor, that 30% is for you're not even with my company, and I'm giving you a referral that's already pre-approved. All you have to do is find them a house. That's different. When we're talking BDMs, we're talking your lead generating. There's a difference between a referral and a lead. A referral it's already pre-qualified. It's already done. All you have to do is your part. A lead is that somebody that, all right, inquired. And here goes the lead. If it turns into something, you nurture it. If it turns into something, then I get paid. Two different animals. So, but it is the percent. If you talk in percentage, let's see. Let's talk to percentage. It goes by bips on the loan side. So let's see. If you're talking, I'm talking averages. So if there's, let's say, let's translate this into percentages. So it would be, so percentage-wise, it would be closer to 15 or 20% if you're talking percentage-wise that the average BDM makes of the loan. Because don't forget, the loan is different than if you're talking percentage-wise that the average BDM makes of the loan. And we go mostly off of bips, but just to give you an example, so 15, which it's about that's good. So let's say 15%, and what you're doing is giving the leads. So that's different than a referral. So it's like you're doing less than half the work and you're getting half the pay that a referral would be. So different story. But let's keep it rolling. And I hope I broke that down where it makes sense. So that's the difference. So two different sides of the business and two different actual things that you're doing as far as what's you can get way more leads than referrals because you don't have to do too much for them. So the leads actually, if you're generating a lot, those leads could actually make more money because you're getting 15% of a lot as opposed to 30% of every now and then. So I hope that answers the question. All right, so let's keep it going. All right, where are we at as far as an hour then? So I hope that answers the question. All right, so let's keep it going. All right, where are we at as far as we're almost at the hour? Let's see. All right, so let's see. All right, we hit 1, we hit 2. All right, I think we need one more increment. We need one more increment, and then we're good to go. All right, let's keep it rolling. Don't forget to double tap that screen. We'll stay about another 10 minutes. Then I got to get this workout. Then I got a closing at 3 o'clock. This workout. Then I got a closing at 3 o'clock. And don't forget to watch I'm going to replay on Monday night's stream at noon here of the Power of Ownership podcast. It's going to be on my Kick. It's going to be on my Twitch. It's going to be on the Instagram. It's going to replay on X, my X. So be on the lookout for that. I had a great show Monday night. I had my two co-hosts, and I had Anthony Gallup, my co-host. We talked about social media, so we really broke this down to the molecule. So keep it rolling. Let's get it going. Last 10 minutes. Let's get y'all last minute questions in, and I'll answer them right now here on the live. Let's keep it going. Ask me any real estate or mortgage-based question. Last 10 minutes. So we make our 70 minutes. Life Money with Jason said, what platform? The name of my podcast has been going for 6 years now. It's called The Power of Ownership. You could Google that. Also, what platform? It's going to be on all platforms, and especially YouTube, Facebook, and so on and so on and so forth. So just Google The Power of Ownership. And in that Power of Ownership podcast. And I'm going to replay Monday night's stream here at noon. So that should be coming out here shortly. And it's going to be at on all platforms. You could check it out. The replay of the stream I'm doing, Kick, Twitch, X, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Yep. So be on the lookout for that. Pretty soon it's going to be an omnipresence. So you're going to be able to catch all of my content damn near around the clock. So it's coming soon. So if you're going to see a live stream, you're going to see the TikToks, you're going to see webinars we got coming out. We got a bunch of stuff you're going to be seeing damn near around the clock. It's going to be 24-hour Brandon B. Dixon content. Interviews, IRLs coming out here soon. Content is king. So you're going to have nothing but content damn near around the clock. So yep, that's the future. So what happens is when I go to events, they're like, I got my trademarks on. Boom. They always see the beard with the black cap. You're going to see, I've seen you before. Yeah, I've seen you online. That's what you want. You want brand recognition. You want visibility, distribution. That's the future. So with visibility, that's the new search engine optimization familiarity, because they got so many choices, doom scrolling right now. So people not going to remember. So you got to constantly have a presence, so that's where it's going. So what people not going to remember. So you got to constantly have a presence, so that's where it's going. So what would distinguish you from everybody else? There's a million loan officers. Now there's close to 200,000. There's 200,000 plus. 200,000 plus, yeah, now, right now. But if you're in real estate, there's real estate agents everywhere. What's going to distinguish you from the rest of them? The top agents have a presence, period. So let's keep it going. We got about 5 more minutes. So I went over the BDM program. BDM stands for Business Development Manager or Marketer. If you're an influencer, if you want to make some extra money right now, I strongly advise you to influencer. If you want to make some extra money right now, I strongly advise you to get that BDM program. I think last month, in the month of July, they said they paid off. They had about $20 million worth of business come in. And so if you're talking 15% of that, you're talking, so they paid like let's say $250,000 worth of commissions to BDMs nationwide. So they're getting paid, so from there, let's keep it going. Y'all want some of that they're paying, then, so you bring in the business, they're gonna pay you. So that's the thing. Let's keep it going. Also, let's talk about Creator Connect. If you're a loan officer, you're looking for a change, or you're looking for a company that is thinking future forward, we have a Creator Connect program that we're going to teach you how to get your digital presence. So coaching you from A to Z. It's called Creator Connect. We got that going. So also we got Nexa Reverse. I'm gonna talk about that later on here. And then from there, Reverse. I'm gonna talk about that later on here. And then from there, you got to be a licensed loan officer, and then pay a monthly subscription fee for that, and it's like $199. But the loan officers, that's nothing. But other than that, it's now loose. Is enabling you to be not really licensed in all 50 states, but it's opening you up to business in be not really licensed in all 50 states, but it's opening you up to business in all 50 states. Because what happens is now we're pooling our licenses, and now between all of the people that's in our Creator Connect program, we have coverage in all 50 states. That's why I can take applications in all 50 states. So if I'm not licensed in that state, I can have loan officer on record, and I still can do business in that state because I do have somebody that's in the program that's in that state, and we'll just split the commission from there. So that's how much is the community to join? You have to be a licensed loan officer in order to join Creator Connect. But if you want to be a BDM, all you have to do is get with me, and I'll explain it. And you have to sign up with Nexa as a W-2, but you don't have to be licensed at all if you want to market for us. So that is the lick. That is the lick right there. Side hustle. So barbers, realtors, you already having conversations about, the home ownership experience anyway. So why not get paid for it? If you want to be a business development manager, why not? Think about it. If you're a realtor, you already refer business to your loan officer anyway. So you deal with somebody that's at Nexa, and you get paid a percentage of the loan too. So you deal with somebody that's at Nexa, and you get paid a percentage of the loan too. Why not? It's damn near free money. You're going to do it anyway. So add that up over the course of a year, the loan too. Why not? It's damn near free money. You're going to do it anyway. So add that up over the course of a year. There goes your vacation. There goes your extra car. You get the AMG instead of the regular Benz. You can go get the AMG now. So yeah. So with that being said, Lisa Rose said I ordered a mixer board already. Again, all that is cool, but just you don't have to perfect it in order to get started. I say build it as you go. You don't have to have the high produced content. People want to see you grow anyway, so just get started and then build it as you fly. Um, you know, get started. That's just like they say with a workout program. Just do something. If you go in the gym and just do something, it's better than sitting on the couch and doing nothing. So my mentor used to say, everything works and nothing doesn't. Don't wait to, I got to get certain cameras, I got to get certain lights, I got to do all this, I got to do all that. Nah, just get started. If you're talking about getting online, just get started and go. Again, I don't have a perfect setup. I got regular mic, I got a regular camera, turn it on and go. And I made thousands of dollars. This is my 10th week going lives. So if you add them all together, 5 lives a week, times 10, I probably did less than 50 lives. And this is an hour I'm sitting at my house in my office. So it doesn't take much, and it pays you. Rather than sitting there watching TV, I'm still checking my email. I'm still answering people. So stuff that it doesn't take much, and it pays you. Rather than sitting there watching TV, I'm still checking my email. I'm still answering people. So stuff that. So with that being said, the last question to my workout is 9:30. So to my workout is 9.